Channel 3 is digging deeper into an emergency medical call that ended with a baby getting rushed to the hospital in Hartford.
The baby was not brought by an ambulance, but instead by police and fire responders. And now we are asking why. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Audrey Russo spent the day making calls. She joins us live now from Connecticut Children's Medical Center with what she's learned so far. Audrey.
Well, Stephanie, Irene, this is where the baby was rushed Wednesday morning. Police and fire officials making that 5.5-mile drive from the city's north end. This comes after they performed CPR on the baby and apparently felt they couldn't wait for an ambulance any longer. According to details from Hartford police, it was the sort of situation where every second matters. Hartford police officers and fire personnel were called out to an unresponsive baby on Rosemont Street Wednesday morning. They started CPR when they discovered the baby had no pulse and wasn't breathing. Police say the officers and fire personnel made the decision to bring the baby to Connecticut Children's after an ambulance could not respond in a reasonable amount of time. Police say the baby is now in critical condition, but that medical staff praised the responders' CPR efforts and their decision to transport the baby on their own. The issue here is that Hartford fire officials confirm their personnel are not responsible for transporting patients from medical calls. Even though firefighters are trained to keep patients alive, the duty of transporting patients is supposed to fall under the ambulance service used by the city. In this case, multiple sources within the city confirmed to Channel 3 that American Medical Response, or AMR, is responsible for covering Rosemont Street. We reached out to AMR, and they declined to answer our basic questions about their coverage area, their response on Wednesday, and whether their ambulance reached the scene. We also reached out to the State Department of Public Health. Their Office of Emergency Medical Services oversees ambulance service in Connecticut. The DPH Director of Communications said, in part, the Connecticut Department of Public Health is aware of this incident and will be conducting an investigation. Hartford police say they're investigating what caused the baby to lose consciousness, so they wouldn't go on camera for an interview today. We also reached out to the city for more details on their agreement with AMR. Now, what's not clear at this time is exactly how many minutes passed before fire and police personnel decided to just transport the baby themselves. We did take a look at a 2021 report from the Department of Public Health, and they say that in an urban setting like this one, the average response time from 911 call to an emergency scene is around 7 minutes. Live in Hartford, Audrey Russo for Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, very